A little bit of a bad situation here that we created on ourselves. That is an absolute monster tree. Now it's conjoined at the bottom, and that lies the problem, and this doggone burn pile that we put right here. What we're worried about, these trees are so, now it's rained and all that and we know, but they are so flammable because a lot of these has a lot of lighter knot in them, and they've got sap. It's highly flammable. We got ourselves in a little bit of a mess, so several dangers can happen here. This is a conjoined tree. It's also conjoined there and up there. So it's got 3 spots that limbs have grown into that tree, and this big tree has grown, it looks like, around the little tree. I've done got my face cut going straight down an opening that we created for this tree, but the problem is all this dangerous stuff here that could bounce and sling. So what we're going to do is I'm going to leave a lot of hinge. Hopefully this tree will hang on to this one as it's conjoined in 3 spots. So it's a dangerous situation, not something you hope for or want to do. I know the tree's going to go where we want it to go. It's just what happens when it lands. So we're going to see how this goes. I'm going to do my back cut now, and we'll watch this thing fall.
Ready?
Huh?
Ready?
It's hot. I'm gonna do a bore cut on the big one first. That way it's pretty much cut.
Yeah.
Right here's you can see where the trigger broke. You see this? Wasn't.
Yeah, just want to talk to you just a little bit while I'm making this cut. You can see me lining up the bar there so that I can plunge into the tree to make my bore cut. That's very crucial there that you keep your bar at the same level as your face cut is, because you don't want to be below or much above your bottom of your face cut when you're doing a bore cut. But at the end of this video, I really explain how that the bore cut works. Hey, please watch it. Thank you so much for watching. So if you'll watch right here, when I start cutting, I'm cutting from my bore to the back of the tree. I'm just cutting my trigger off, and you'll definitely see it pop when that trigger is released.
So as you can see, it's kind of a dangerous situation. It's not something that we wanted to do. It's kind of like a have to. And it was something that we made a mistake and put the burn pile too close to this big tree. When we walked into this place, it all looked like this. And we just started making a burn pile where the most open area was, and unfortunately, it was right here. And we just let the fire get too big, got caught up in the moment, and then all of a sudden we realized I'm not gonna get a bit of sleep tonight thinking about that tree catching on fire while I'm at home resting. So we got a house right there. The tree definitely could have reached the house. Got a highway, main highway, just seen a school bus go by right here. So tree literally had to go where we wanted it to. And I just was not leaving that all night by this fire. So we moved the best we could without metting the hydraulic hoses. I know there may be some critics out there saying how much better we could have done, and I agree. But what I did on this cut, I did a bore cut, which secures the big tree in place, because I still had my trigger, my release trigger on the back side of this tree. So when I cut through the conjoined tree, this one that's laying right here, I was hoping it would stay put, but it didn't. It rolled and broke off up top. So I just got out of the way because I knew the big tree was not going anywhere. And I think Chuck got a little nervous, but he slung that excavator back up on to support the big tree. He didn't know I still had the trigger attached. But when that trigger's on that tree, you got 2 points of contact. You got your hinge wood and your back trigger. And the center of this tree was completely cut through. Now I ain't got but a 28-inch bar, and this tree is way bigger than that, but you line your cuts up. You can see where I got off right here, but that's okay because we cut through the same heart. But when you got your hinge wood here and your trigger, see right here's you can see where the trigger broke. You see this? Well, that was because whenever it was time to lay it down, I went ahead and cut the trigger off. But when this tree fell, I had about this much wood here and this much wood here holding that tree. The only thing was cut was this. And of course your face cut. So when you cut this back, it's going to go where you want it to go.